If you're into fun and you love to play.
If you like funny jokes that put you away.
If you like to dance to a slamming sound and you like having lots of friends around.
And if you're one of those kids who lives by the rule that sad is bad and happy is cool.
Ooh, little buddy, you're about to see you're in the very best place that you could be.
Hey, it's Lamb Chops, play along. Where kids come to play along and fun things are all we ever do. Yeah, it's Lamb Chops, play along.
Come join the kids and play along.
We got a lot of good stuff for you.
Bounce your bottom in your chair. Bounce it here, bounce it there. And with tender, loving care, bounce it everywhere. Bounce it fast, bounce it slow. Bounce it high, bounce it low. Sing while you bounce along.
One more chorus of a song. Lamb Chops, play along. Where kids come to play along and fun things are all we ever do. Yeah, it's Lamb Chops, play along.
Join the kids and play along.
We got a lot of good stuff for you.
And you, and you,
And you.
and you. Yeah, and especially you. If you go down to the woods today, you're sure of a big surprise. If you go down to the woods today, you better go in disguise. For every bear that ever there was will gather there for certain, because today's the day the teddy bears have their picnic. Every teddy bear who's been good is sure of a treat today. There's lots of marvelous things to eat and wonderful games to play. And here's a way we'll play today. Hold your teddy and turn around. Turn, turn, turn. Keep on turning. Turn, turn, turn. Hold your teddy and jump around. Jump, jump, jump. Keep on jumping. Jump, jump, jump. Hold your teddy and skip around. Skip, skip, skip. Keep on skipping. Skip, skip, skip. Hold your teddy and march around, tall and proud. Throw a kiss to the crowd. Hold your teddy and waltz. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Waltzing a teddy feels good. Waltzing a teddy is fun. Lots of teddies will show today, arriving in fancy cars. And quite a few will be teddies too, great Hollywood movie stars. And in the future you're gonna see how folks will talk continuously about the day the teddy bears had a picnic. But maybe till the picnic starts, what we should do is rest up from what we've been through. I just want to make real sure when things begin, we'll be ready to join in. Now, I'm not saying go to sleep. No, that's not it. I just think we should rest a bit.
Get your teddy ready, get your teddy ready. Though he may be sleeping on your bed, he should be in your lap instead and gotten ready. Like I said, he should be gotten ready. Hold your teddy steady for a teddy bear tail. Hold his tail.
Okay, I'll tell you a good story all about teddy bears. And Mr. Barely, my darling, this one's for you. All right, what story shall I tell? Oh, I'm going to tell the story of the lost bear. I know a little boy who once lost a teddy bear. It was a long, long, long time ago when I was as little as he. I still know this boy. He's a man now, and this morning we got to talking about his lost teddy bear. He said that he often thinks about his teddy. Do you think your mommy and daddy ever think about the teddy they had when they were little? What do you think?
Yeah.
Maybe, who knows? I sometimes think about my teddy. Yeah. Well, here's the interesting part. This boy told me that he'd just come home from visiting his very old grandpa, who told him about the land of the lost teddy bears. Have you ever heard of that place? No. Okay. His grandpa says nobody knows how the teddies get there. They simply disappear from where we are, and they turn up there. His grandpa says nothing else that gets lost ends up in lost teddy bear land, just teddy bears. He says that keys that get lost go someplace else, maybe with the marbles that get lost. I don't know. His grandpa says most people have never seen this teddy bear place because most people don't miss their teddy bears enough. Anyway, his grandpa says that when you miss one enough, then you might have a chance to get there. But the thing is, his grandpa says, even when you miss your teddy bear enough, you can only get there in a dream. Of course, I don't believe a word of it, but my friend insists that he's going there tonight. He doesn't care if there are millions and millions of teddy bears there. He'll know his. Maybe. Anyway, tomorrow morning, I plan to be at my friend's place when he wakes up. I want to know if he ever got to the land of the lost teddy bears. And if he did he find his bear? I'm even thinking of asking him if maybe he happened to see mine. Mine had a blue collar.
I love it.
I'm going to tell you a story that is called, let me see if I can find one I really love. Oh, this one's called Max the Genius. Carnegie Hall is one of the most famous concert halls in the world. Max was just 4 years old when he first played the piano there. How many of you play an instrument? Nikki does?
Me.
Yeah, I know you do. Okay, little Max was a genius. Everybody said so. One day his aunt pinched his cheek, and she said she couldn't wait to hear him play with a symphony orchestra the following month. Later in his room, Max rubbed his aching cheek, and he said to his teddy bear, "Freddie, you're so lucky. Nobody pays you any attention. People never leave me alone. I just want to be an ordinary kid." And Max poked his teddy bear in the chest. Like this, he went poke, poke. And he said, "Well, I'm through. I'm never going to play the piano again." And to everybody's horror, Max kept his word. And pretty soon, everybody stopped calling him a genius, and Max became just an ordinary kid. Well, one night, Max dreamed that he was at a concert hall, and Freddie the teddy was playing the piano. Max was amazed. The teddy bear was wonderful, all dressed up in a black tuxedo and a tie, and the audience would not stop clapping. When he woke up, Max, the little boy, was furious, and he wouldn't speak to poor stuffed Freddie. That day, Max perched on the piano bench and he played more wonderfully than he had ever played before. Max was playing what his teddy bear had played in his dream, only Max was playing it better. He would show that teddy bear. And Max's father helped the boy write the music down, and in a month, you know what? Max was playing with the symphony orchestra. The audience would not stop clapping. And the child considered taking all the credit, but after his third bow, he held up his tiny hand for silence. "Ladies and gentlemen," he said, "this music was really composed by my friend Freddie." And the audience immediately began shouting, "Author! Author!" And they laughed when Max brought out his stuffed bear onto the stage, and they imagined that they were in on a great joke. But now, at least you know the truth, right? Good. This is a story about the treasure. What's a treasure? Who can tell me?
A treasure is a ruby or something.
Very good. A treasure.
Something that you like and you find it.
A treasure is something that is really valuable. Well, a man who owned a toy store, he owned a toy store, but he had once been a thief. He had gone to jail many times, tired of so much of his life being spent behind bars. He decided at last he wasn't going to be a thief anymore. And that's how he happened to go into the business of selling toys. Well, he'd been in the toy business for some years when one day a robber who had been his friend in the days when he too had been a thief rushed into a store and begged him for a favor. This fellow had stolen a necklace, and he pleaded with the man behind the toy counter to hide his treasure for him. At any moment, he expected to be arrested by the police. The toy seller wanted no part of this stolen stuff, and yet he and the robber had been friends and had spent a year in a tiny jail cell together. And so it was that this seller of toys tore open a teddy bear And what do you think he did when he tore open the teddy bear? You're absolutely right. He put the treasure inside the teddy bear. And then he sewed the bear up and he placed the teddy beside 14 other teddy bears on the shelf. Well, the thief who stole the jewelry was indeed arrested, and he went to jail where he stayed for 10 years. And then one day, the robber came back to the toy store and asked for his jewels. The seller of toys went to his shelf, took a teddy bear from it, and cut the teddy bear open. And in 5 minutes, he had ripped open 13 teddy bears without finding the precious necklace. And he realized that, mistakenly, he had sold the wrong teddy bear. But to whom? And when? After all, 10 years had passed. There's nothing really more to tell about this story except that somewhere in this world, somebody has a teddy bear that's worth quite a lot of money. So if you have a teddy bear, shake it. And if you hear a tiny clink or a tinkle inside, that somebody could be you. Let's hear you shake your teddy bears. Silence. How about you? Any kid? Any kid?
Any kid can draw.
Here's the easiest way that I know to draw a teddy bear. The face is a bunch of circles. Okay, we'll draw a circle. We'll draw another circle. We'll draw a little squiggly, dark nose and a line under the nose and a half circle for a sweet mouth. The eyes are a circle and a circle. And now let's give him eyeballs. Oh, there's one eyeball. Oh, there's another eyeball. And half circles for ears. Half circle. Half circle. And that's the teddy bear's face.
What about the body?
The body is all ovals. I don't know why, but you'll draw a big oval. Oval. Yes. And for arms, you draw 2 ovals. 1 oval, 2 ovals.
The feet.
And for feet, the funny thing is that teddy bear's feet aim in. So instead of drawing it out like the hands,
Yeah.
you aim in with them. And you make an oval here and an oval here.
Yeah.
And we'll give him a belly button. And there's a teddy bear. Aww.
Any kid can draw a teddy bear. And now you can too.
Get your teddy ready, get your teddy ready. Though he may be sleeping on your bed, he should be in your lap instead and gotten ready. Like I said, he should be gotten ready. Hold your teddy steady for a teddy bear tail. Hold his tail.
Okay. A 1-minute story about teddy bears and Mr. Bearly. This one's for you. I'm going to tell the story of Lost and Found. The little boy was lost, you guessed it. They brought him to the police station, but the police station couldn't get the child to tell his
Name.
His name, or what else does the policeman want to know? Your address, that's right. He's scared, whispered one of the men in blue. At last an officer arrived holding a teddy bear and wearing a very worried look. This animal is lost, he said. We can't get anything out of him either. What's going on today? And the officer turned to the boy. Can you help us? He asked. The child took the bear. If only we knew the bear's name, the policeman sighed. Teddy, the boy said. Really? You know him. And what's his last name? Bear, the boy answered. Bear. No kidding. Well, let's look it up. And the officer flipped open a phone book and he found T-Bear. What did the T stand for? Teddy, that's right. T-Bear. And he went to the phone and he dialed a number. Well, apparently somebody picked up on the other end. Did you lose your son? The officer said. What does he look like? Well, he's small and he's fuzzy, and the officer acted as if the person on the other end had hung up, which probably is what he did. Well, that's not Teddy's home, the officer said. What are we going to do with this poor little fellow? They won't take him at the zoo. They've got too many bears there already. Suddenly the boy piped up, I'll take him home with me. The officer looked pleased. You will? Honestly? Sure, the kid said. Oh, that's very kind. And where do you live? The officer asked. 222 Morris Avenue. You all know your address, don't you? Yeah. Everybody, why don't you say your address all together and I'll listen. What's your address? Did you say your address too? Okay, so this little boy knew his address and he said, 222 Morris Avenue. Well, that's a good neighborhood for bears, the policeman said. So they took the boy home in a squad car. And on the way, he told them that his name was Sean Oakwood. You know, there's not much else to tell except this. He was really an undercover policeman dressed as a teddy bear, and he did his job very well. For months, you could always find him in Sean's bed, under the covers.
Yeah, those are the bare facts.
This is a story called The Bear Who Did Things. Everything that Roy had was the best, according to Roy. So Beatrice was not surprised that Roy's new teddy bear was the greatest teddy bear ever made. He can do anything, Roy said to Beatrice the day after he got the bear.
Like what?
Anything.
Like what?
Beatrice was very hard to convince.
My bear can make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. He can clean up my room, and he can read better than any of my toys.
Lend him to me, Beatrice demanded. She knew that Roy said things that were not true. And she didn't believe a word that he said about his teddy bear. Roy was thinking fast, and he knew that his teddy bear did not make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Do your teddy bears make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches? No. And he knew that his teddy bear did not clean the room. Does anybody here have a teddy bear who cleans the room? No. And he certainly knew that his teddy bear could not read. So, why do you want him? Was all that Roy could think of saying.
Because I like peanut butter and jelly. I have a messy room, and I like to be read to.
Roy could not wiggle out of it. He had to lend Beatrice the bear. Well, the next day, Beatrice gives the bear back, and she says, "He's wonderful. Just as you said, he ate my spinach last night, he brushed my hair this morning, and I think he killed a mouse in the living room." Well, now Roy was very upset with this teddy bear who hadn't done any of these things for him. Roy decided to keep an eye on him, but stare at his bear as he would. The stuffed bear never moved. Later, Roy's father found the teddy in his son's closet. "He's a beautiful bear," said Roy's father. "Any kid would love to have him." Roy thought about that. He knew that Beatrice never believed anything he said, but this time it seemed that he hadn't lied. Well, he had lied, but Beatrice didn't know that, he thought. Anyway, that's how Beatrice got Roy's teddy bear. She thanked Roy a lot, and every day for the next month, she told Roy about all the wonderful things that her bear did. Do you think the bear really did anything? No. Roy smiled a lot.
Oh, that's nice,
he would say, but inside he was really mad at his teddy. Well, he said to himself, maybe that bear just likes girls.
The end.
Yeah!
Do you all have your own teddy bears?
Yeah!
All right, well, this is a story about somebody who loses his teddy bear. Isn't that sad? Yeah. Ooh, I don't like that thought at all. Danny's best... I'm starting. Danny's best friend was his teddy bear.
You're my best friend.
Yes, I know.
Next to Mr. Bailey.
Yes, you're always next to Mr. Bailey.
Yeah.
But you're seldom more than an arm's length away from me.
That's true.
That's true. Danny played with his teddy bear every day. And he took it to bed with him every night.
Me too.
And then one night, Danny couldn't find his best friend.
Don't listen, Mr. Bailey.
He looked upstairs, he looked downstairs, he looked on top of the tables.
Did he look under the bed?
Mm-hmm. Go to sleep, dear, said Mother. You can find Teddy Bear in the morning.
I can't sleep without him, said Danny. He's warm and he's woolly, and tonight is a very cold night.
That's right. Danny went to his father, and he asked, do you think Teddy Bear's going to come back tonight? Well, where has he gone? Said Father. I don't know, said Danny. But when puppies and kittens go away, they come home, and they scratch on the door to be let in. Do you think Teddy Bear is going to come home? Teddy Bear is not a puppy or a kitten, said Father. But But he's my friend, said Danny. I think he will come home. Well, the next morning when Danny awoke, it was very, very cold. The ground was covered with snow. Snow hid the street and the sidewalk and made the whole world look beautiful. But Danny didn't care, did he?
No.
No. Why didn't Danny care?
He didn't have his teddy bear.
He didn't have his teddy bear, that's right, Nora.
No.
So, Danny wanted to find his friend, you know, so he ran to the front door and he looked out. Goodness, said Mother, close that door. It's freezing out there.
I wanted to see if Teddy Bear had come home, said Danny.
Teddy Bear is not a puppy or a kitten, said Mother. You're going to have to look for your teddy bear. So all day, guess what Danny did?
Looked for his teddy bear.
Yes, Talia, he looked for his teddy bear. He looked everywhere upstairs. He looked everywhere downstairs. He looked under the beds again. He looked on top of the tables again. And every once in a while, he looked out of the front door, but all he could see was
No.
snow. Right. Go out and play, said Mother. You like to play in the snow? And the weather will get warmer soon, and what will happen to the snow?
No.
It will melt.
No, no, no. I am waiting for Teddy Bear, said Danny.
Yep, that's what he said. The next morning, when Danny awoke, his mother said, "Oh, Danny, you should have played in the snow yesterday. I mean, the snow is nearly melted, but did Danny care?
No.
All he wanted to do was...
Look for his teddy bear.
He ran to the front door and he looked out. Most of the snow had melted, as Mother had said. And Danny's friend had come home. Yeah, yes, 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 yes. There on the ground lay Teddy Bear.
I can see.
Snow covered his brown woolly legs. Melting snow dripped off his nose and he was wet and cold instead of woolly and warm.
But he was home. Yes, 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 yes.
Goodness, said Mother, you must have left him out in the yard the night that you couldn't find him. And then the snow covered him, right? Yeah.
He couldn't come home while the snow covered him, but when the snow melted, he came, said Danny.
His mother laughed. You were right, she said. Teddy Bear came home just as soon as he could, even though he isn't a kitten or a puppy dog.
He is my friend, said Danny.
And then Danny laughed
Ha ha ha.
because it was nice to have his best friend home again. The end. Hiya. Could I ask you, please, to get up? I'll get up. Come on, get up, get up. Why are you getting up? Okay, you're getting up because you can't do the two-step sitting down. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do the two-step. Everybody is doing the two-step, and it's so easy. I mean, you only have to know one thing to do the two-step. You have to know the difference between slow and quick. Take a look. This is slow. Slow, slow. And this is quick. Quick, quick. That's it. Slow, slow, quick, quick. Okay, come on, let's try it together. You ready? Here we go. Slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick. See, oh, isn't that interesting that there's always music when you need it? Yeah, I learned this two-step from my teddy bear. They don't call him two-step Teddy for nothing. It all happened one day, right after a teddy bear tale, you know? Most of the kids had gone home and only a few were left. They were helping me to clean up, you know, when suddenly my big teddy bear jumped into my arms and he said,
"Let's dance."
"Who, me?" said I. And that's when Hush Puppy piped in.
Not just you, Shari, everyone, all you guys out there. Go get a teddy bear for a partner. And if you do not have one, just make believe you got an arm full of bear. And everyone everywhere, let's do the two-step teddy.
Now, if everyone's ready, it's time to pick up your teddy and hold him tight in your arms while we learn the two-step teddy. Two-step teddy. Slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick. You can do it. Slow, slow, quick, quick, slow,
quick, nothing to it. Two-step Teddy, always ready for country dancing. Two-step Teddy knows that once you start dancing, it's lots of fun. There's no hurry, never worry if you get mixed up. Two-step Teddy knows the way that it's done. If your body starts swaying whenever there's music playing, then there's something that you should know. I can show you a new step. It's fun and it's called a two-step. Give that partner a hug and away we go. Slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick. You can do it. Slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick, nothing to it. Two-step Teddy, always ready for country dancing. Two-step Teddy knows you'll never stop dancing. Once you've begun, no denying if you're trying to have a good time. Two-step Teddy knows that dancing is fun. Slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick. You can do it. Slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick. Nothing to it. Slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick. You can do it. Slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow. Cool. I mean, real cool.
Get your teddy ready, get your teddy ready. Though he may be sleeping on your bed, he should be in your lap instead and gotten ready. Like I said, he should be gotten ready. Hold your teddy steady for a teddy bear tail. Hold his tail.
Sorry, 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 sorry.
Okay, you'll get a story. And Mr. Barely, my darling Mr. Barely, this one's for you. Beep, beep. Once upon a time, there was a president of the United States whose name was Teddy. Teddy! No, his name wasn't Teddy Bear. His real name, Nora, was Theodore. Can you say that? Theodore, yeah. But his last name was not Bear. What was his last name?
Roosevelt.
Roosevelt was his name. And you know, he was famous because he once saved the life of a little baby bear. Saved it from a hunter. And so when a toy company made a fuzzy, stuffed toy bear, they called it Teddy, after President Teddy Roosevelt. Now, lots of boys are named Teddy, too, and when one of them, Teddy Tilson, had a birthday party, his cousin Barbara gave him one of those stuffed teddy bears and said, Teddy is a very important name. There are two famous Teddys that I know of. One of them is Teddy Roosevelt, and the other is Teddy Bear. I couldn't get the President, Teddy Roosevelt, to come and visit you, but I've bought you Teddy Bear. Soon afterward, Cousin Barbara moved away, and she didn't see Teddy Tilson for many years. When she met him next, it was at the boy's 5th birthday party. What do you want to be when you grow up? Cousin Barbara asked.
I want to be giraffe.
You want to be a giraffe? Well, now, when Teddy was asked what he wanted to be, Teddy Tilson said, I want to be another famous Teddy. And Barbara was impressed. So she said, you want to be president of the United States? No, the boy giggled. I want to be a bear.
I want to be a ballerina.
A ballerina, yeah.
I want to be a nurse. I want to be an elephant.
You want to be an elephant? Well, I want to wish you all a great deal of luck.
This is the song that doesn't end. Yes, it goes on and on, my friend. Some people started singing it, not knowing what it was, and they'll continue singing it forever just because this is the song that doesn't end. Yes, it goes on and on, my friend.
That's enough, guys.
Some people started singing it, not knowing what it was, and they'll continue singing it forever just because this is the song that doesn't end.
How do I turn you off?
Yes, it goes on and on, my friend.
Okay, okay. I get the joke.
Singing it, not knowing what it was, and they'll continue singing it forever.
I can't believe you guys.
This is the song that doesn't end.
Okay,
Yes,
I've had it.
goes on
That's it.
and
is it. This is it. This is it. This is not fun. Okay, if you guys are going to keep that up, I want you to go far, far away. Go, go, go. No. Keep on going. Woo, look.
This is the song that...
Charlie, horse! No, stop. Charlie, stop. I want you to go away. Go away. And don't slam the door.